Madam Minister, thank you for joining us this morning on yet another extremely successful and well-attended Capital Link. Mr. Bornozis, Mrs. Bornozis, thank you for bringing us together for, the better part of the past decades. It seems like yesterday when we were here on Valentine's Day, Mr. Hadjimanolis handing us out little heart-shaped chocolates, and here we are 10 years later. Minister, for this conversation, I would like us to look at two things. First of all, have a snapshot of where Cyprus shipping stands today, and also have your outlook into the future. We have increasingly seen in practice that Cyprus, as a shipping jurisdiction, has been mentioned more and more so as a serious player. And this is a testament to both the Cyprus flag, but also the wider shipping cluster. Can you give us some hard data and key numbers to back this up?
Yes, as I have mentioned in my speech, and as President Christodoulidis Nicolas has mentioned during his State of the Union last week, since September 2023, we have seen the Cyprus registry of ships to have been increased by 23%, which it is the highest level that we have reached in the last 25 years. And as we all know, the struggles that we had to face during the years, we're very proud that we announced such results in the last 3 years. And also the contribution of the ship management sector to the country's GDP, as I have also highlighted, has increased by 17%, which is number amounts to 978 million euros. Which it's very important figures for our economy. But I need to acknowledge that I wouldn't stand here today and say these numbers if I didn't have the collaboration of both the Cyprus Union of Ship Owners and the Cyprus Shipping Chamber, and also my partners in the ministry, because as you know by first hand, without them we can do nothing. So I'm grateful for all the collaboration and all the support, and I'm sure that we will continue, as Mr. Hadjimanolis always say, that we never stop to take our registry even to higher points.
Thank you. Thank you. Those are pretty impressive numbers, and I second your point as to the people of the ministry. They are truly amazing. I would like your insight on what you believe has driven these results over the past, 3 years. Is it a combination of policy changes? Is it increased service levels? Is it international outreach from your many trips? What's sort of pushing the needle?
Over the last 3 years, strengthening the registry, but also the ship management sector, has been a priority, and especially strengthening our flag. It is a national priority, which it has to get bigger, to become competitive, to be resilient, but it also needs to be dynamic. And we have shown that during these last 3 years, we have been almost everywhere around the world, creating partnerships, getting the people to know us. Because when you go and you ask for the ship owners to trust you and to put in your hands such values, then it means that there has to be a trust. So we have built on that trust. I believe that I know everybody in this room by name, and they know me also, and they can reach out at any moment that they want. And I want to say again and again a big thank you for the trust, not only from the Cyprus ship owners, but also from the Greek ship owners. And there are so many here, and I really thank them, because many of them have in their fleets only Cyprus flag. And this is very important for Cyprus to raise a loud voice, because by raising a loud voice, then we can demand much more, not only for shipping, but also for our country. And we have shown that because of these personal relationships that we have managed to create, that Cyprus is a credible partner. And being a credible partner in these geopolitical tensions that we face the last years, I believe it's the key for the success.
I'd like to hinge on something that you just said, and international outreach and essentially your visits abroad. You just came back from an official visit in Alexandria and Athens, where I understand you made a lot of contacts and a lot of headway towards the Cyprus flag. Could you sort of outline the results of those, but also in more general terms, the purpose of these trips and how they bolster Cyprus's regional shipping role?
Yes, these visits are part of a broader strategy. And this strategy includes not only putting Cyprus on the global map of international shipping, but also to consistently being there where the decisions are being taken. We are not a country that follows, we are a country that leads. And we have shown that we have the dynamic, we have the industry that can lead among the greatest players. And I think we have shown this and on our recent trip in Athens by participating in Capital Link in Athens, which, thank you, Nicolas and Olga. It was a great, I believe, also panel together with Mr. Kikilias, the minister from Malta and from the United States. We want to participate in live discussions and to put also our perspective, because we believe by being there, we help our industry not only to survive, but to get even much stronger. And in Alexandria, I'm very proud to say that Cyprus was the only European country that was invited. I was the only European minister that participated in the discussions. And this shows how Cyprus has strengthened the bilateral relationships, not only among the EU, but also among the Gulf countries, which is a main priority of our presidency. And as President Christodoulidis has stated, we want Cyprus to be a bridge between the EU and all our neighbors in the region.
Great, thank you. It does show, and admittedly, speaking to a lot of people last night, they did say, that in the ministry that we started seeing a partner and not just a flag, and that speaks much more than it sounds. But yes, it shows. I'd like to pivot to a slightly different point now. And that's something that you've been dealing with for the past few months and will be dealing with for the foreseeable future. And that's our presidency of the Council of the European Union. Just to get this started, can you outline sort of the key maritime issues that you would like to influence during our presidency? And we can take it from there.
Yes, first of all, we have to say that this presidency comes at a pivotal moment for the EU's maritime sector. It is a time of profound transition, and we need to step up and put down our positions as presidency. So for maritime affairs, we have three main positions. The first one is to put the human element on the spot, because we have seen that during this time, with all these developments that are going around with the ships, we have left behind the human element and the seafarers. So the Lefkosian Declaration will focus on the seafarers, on strengthening and the reskilling and skilling of the seafarers, and also how we can put women much more in the maritime sector, and I want to highlight that it's not about putting women as a gender on the map, but it's about putting the talent on the map. And that's why I said before that we're grateful to Mrs. Vosenberg that we need more roles, yes, in order for women to stand up, to believe in themselves, because we have seen that they do not choose the maritime profession. And we need to do much more, and it's not only about going to schools and trying to motivate the young generation, but it's about showing them that they will have a future on that. So if you have the correct role models, then you can show them to them and they can believe you. And I said then yesterday at night that it's very different when we politicians speak, they don't really believe us. But when people, sorry, Mr. Anastasiadis, but when people usually speak, and I said the difference between us, the politicians, and people like Mr. Hadjimanolis, Mr. Andreas Neophytou, that when they speak as our ambassadors, then people can listen. And I'm very proud that they are partners in that. And the second element is the industrial maritime strategy that we accept from the European Commission to have it at, I believe, the end of February, every time they change the date. So we really wait for them to bring the strategy, and the two of them combine together. Because the strategy is about the competitiveness of the European shipping. And lastly, it's ensuring that we have the correct and a strong voice at the International Maritime Organization as a European Union to have the correct position when the time comes. So, in a nutshell, it's all this. We will be very busy.
Yes, you're already very busy, but it's lovely to see how this has gone full circle. On your first year as minister, you spoke about all these topics that you just mentioned, especially the skilling, women in shipping, and it's great to see it full circle. And I wish you all the best with the Lefkosia Declaration, which was actually something I was going to follow up with, because we've heard about it in your speech yesterday and the previous few weeks, but it's great that your priorities that we saw when you entered are now coming to fruition and will be put down on paper. So that's great.
Hopefully we will have it endorsed by all member states in 29th of April, that we will have the ministers of the EU responsible for maritime affairs here in Cyprus, in Nicosia. But before that, we will have on the 28th a high-level ministerial stakeholders conference, which will involve also EU ministers and ministers from third countries, together with also stakeholders, discussing about the issues of Lefkosian declarations and being able for all their voices to be heard and combined together.
Okay, great. Thank you. It's important that you have these high-level events and meetings, and I understand that the shipping deputy ministry is actually organizing the ministerial conference that you just mentioned. Is that correct?
Yes, we expect hopefully all ministers, all 27 ministers will be here in Nicosia. It will be a chance, a great opportunity for Cyprus to showcase how the shipping industry in Cyprus has thrived over all these years, and also to discuss about the future of European shipping, and especially about the competitiveness of European shipping, which as a word is very easy to say, but it is very difficult to see how we can reach at that level. And on that we need unanimity, but we need also to understand each other much more in the characteristics of each country and what each country brings to the European Union, and especially what Cyprus brings to shipping in the EU. So,
on the topic that you just said, the future of European shipping and also the future of Cyprus shipping, you mentioned that you wish for Cyprus to lead the way forward. And in your keynote, you mentioned the concept of innovation, digitization, sustainability. Could you elaborate on those? And also, I guess, on the back of innovation, you have a good example in the new CY ship platform. Could you also elaborate on the more practical elements that we will all see come to fruition in the next couple of years?
Yes, we have finally launched the CY platform. When I took over, I didn't want anybody to ask me about this because I felt that it wouldn't have been possible to deliver it at the time frames that we had. But hopefully we have seen that with the collaboration between all stakeholders, we have managed to deliver the first services, and more are coming because digitalization is the key to competitiveness. And if you want to lead, you need to be competitive. It's not only the human element that we excel on that, but you need also to give the tools, the right tools to the people in the ministry in order to be able to speed up with all the developments that are happening around the world. And we all know that shipping is very competitive. If they don't find what they are seeking in Cyprus, they will look for another country, and we want them to remain in our country. And in leading, we have seen that that was possible based on the bilateral relationships that we have managed to build, especially with the countries of the Arab world. In the last 3 years, we have signed MOUs. We have seen ministers from Oman, from Qatar, from Saudi Arabia, from the UAE, and also from Bahrain, visiting Cyprus. And at Maritime Cyprus, we had ministers participating in the outcomes. And I think by proving yourself at that level, then people can trust you and they can see to Cyprus that it is a credible partner. And I'm very happy about these relationships. And wherever we travel around the world, we try to build the relationships. We try to open the door for our industry, because I always say that we have the best industry in shipping comparing to other countries. It is a country that provides everything. A ship owner can come here, and in a day you know it by yourself. They can register a ship, they can get all the services, and they can live very happy. So we want to continue providing these services, and I believe that the future is bright for Cyprus shipping.
Talking of services and service level, this hinges to something that you've said a lot off stage, and that's high degree of service to the clients of the Cyprus flag. And you've spoken in the past about reliability, turnaround time, certainty, and I understand that the ministry has, moved ahead with certain measures, and both short-term and medium-term, to improve this. Could you elaborate on that and guide us through what we can expect in the next year or so?
Yes, we believe that building capacity it's a main priority, and we have tried and focused in investing in our people. And we're very happy that last week we have welcomed 10 new marine surveyors. And on that, we can strengthen our technical cooperation with the industry, and we expect many more to come. And the foundation of the responsiveness that you have said is based on an efficient administration. And if you want your administration to be efficient, then you have to build on the capacity. You need to strengthen the people, because many of them are retiring. So you need to be ready in advance, not to wait for the retirement and later run behind all this that is happening. And we have also been trying to follow the procedures for the new premises of the ministry. So we are grateful to our manpower at the ministry. We believe that they are the heart and the strength of shipping. And I think that you yourself and also all the people here that they have been dealing with them, they can also say that without the people at the ministry, we wouldn't have been able to provide what we have been providing for many years.
Great, thank you. I mean, that pretty much covers the gist of it, in that the heart of Cyprus shipping is both, the shipping cluster, but it's also the ministry itself, and it's the people. And I guess that's what makes it special. It's the commerciality that you guys provide that we perhaps don't get elsewhere. So, yeah.
Yes, and I think on that, and let me turn a bit the tables around. And I think everybody would like also to hear the perspective of the private sector. So in the last 3 years, what is your perspective on what we have been doing? Are we doing something good? Are we doing something that needs to get better? What is your perspective?
So in a nutshell, the relationship between the private sector and the public sector, the ministry, has been excellent. It's a very commercially minded ministry. It's perhaps the most commercially oriented ministry in government today. And we've experienced something that we really need, and that's certainty. I mean, you can't really put a price on that. And the concept of 24/7, 365 days a year, this isn't just a marketing line. This is something we've seen in practice. We spoke last week about when, with the ship registry, we had closing this year on Boxing Day. Mm-hmm. And that's something that you can't really do with a smile on your face, but everyone at the ministry did. And they did so very efficiently. And clients from abroad are very pleasantly surprised when they see and when they interact with the Cyprus flag, because something that a client once told me is that the Cyprus flag is a solutions-forward flag. And this is something that we are quite proud of when we hear. And it's something that you should also be proud of. As for the ministry, it's what we just said. The biggest strength is the people. It's a human ministry. You have a name. You know who to go to whenever things go wrong, and you know that solutions will be found. So I think that's the biggest strength. And as for what you just asked, what can be improved, I mean, everyone's working extremely hard, and it really shows. And capacity is the way to avoid burnout. So new surveyors, as you said, is an amazing first step. More surveyors, I'm sure, will help even more, because everyone's overworked, and everyone is undertaking 3 roles, and they're doing it with such amazing efficiency that I think we all need to help them out. I think that's the main thing. And digitalization, the CY ship platform, that would be great to see it in its final version.
Finally, it will be final. So I think we covered everything.
All.
I did well.
And on time.
Okay, and on time, huh?